Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. We have a massive update from Telcoin as they are getting closer and closer to becoming the first digital asset bank in the United States. Now this is massive news here and I'm getting very excited for the future of Telcoin. So we're going to be going over that in this video. If you enjoy this type of content, do me a favor and hit the like button. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel for future videos. And so let's go ahead and jump right into it here. Let's take a look at the Telcoin chart. Now, we all know back in 2021, Telcoin was one of the top gainers, right? I mean, this was over a 100x return here, going all the way up to about 6.5 cents. Now, since then, it has pulled back. And we have been in this area here of accumulation. I think this is a great opportunity here to be accumulating Telcoin, as they are continuing to build and focus on becoming the first digital asset bank. We can see here, if we zoom in and take a look at the last couple of months here, we can see we have been under this accumulation range here, and we have just broken out, and so we have seen some movement here. Now this is in addition to the news that just came out regarding the progress for Telcoin, and so I'm going to be going over that shortly. However, before I talk about that, I would like to mention, if you're interested in buying Telcoin, there is going to be a link underneath the video to the Telcoin app. Now this is the simplest way to buy Telcoin. Now when you download the app, you have to have a referral code to use that, and so make sure to use the referral code here. I will also post that in the comment section underneath the video. So the Telcoin wallet here has over 100 different assets on it. This is one of the simplest ways to buy different cryptocurrencies. This is much simpler than any other exchange out there, whether that's a centralized exchange. You can easily buy and swap assets on the Telcoin app here. And so we can see the interface is also very clean and simple. And so one thing I do like about this here is you can deposit using USDC from your bank account or debit card. And so that's very simple as well. They have easy on and off ramps. And so this is definitely something to check out. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the Nebraska Legislation. This is back in 2021 when LB 649 bill was passed for Telcoin to become the first digital asset depository bank. Now, that's when we saw Telcoin go up on this massive run, all the way up to 6.5 cents when this was being discussed right here. Now, yes, this was at the peak of the bull run as well. However, right here is when the bill was being discussed. We saw the massive run up, right? I mean, this went up substantially. This was trading right around 0.006. We saw it do about a 10x return here over about a week span. And so there's definitely potential that could happen again as Telcoin starts getting closer. And so what they are focusing on doing here is to become a digital asset depository that is authorized to carry one or more of the following digital asset business activities. And so the first one here is to provide digital asset and cryptocurrency custody services. And so they will also be able to issue stablecoins and hold deposits at a federal deposit insurance corporation insured financial institution which has a main chartered office in the state of Nebraska. And so they also have the use of independent node verification networks and stablecoins for payment activities. And so this is all part of the LB 649 bill. Now we did just get an update on that here. And so we can see this was released on September 13th. And so this is in regards to the Digital Asset Depository Institution Center in Nebraska for Telcoin Bank. And so the Nebraska Department of Banking and Finance received the above referenced incomplete application on October 31st, 2023 and processed the associated fee on November 1st, 2023. Now, since that date, the department has requested additional materials and received responses from applicant on various dates. The most recent requested materials were received by the department from applicant on August 27, 2024. And so that is just a couple of weeks ago. After reviewing the additional information in the entirety of the application, the department has concluded that the application is substantially complete as of this date. And so they have submitted all the required documentation for the application to become a digital asset depository institution charter. And so this is something to be paying attention to. They will have a public hearing that shall be conducted sometime between November 12th, 2024 and January 11th, 2025. And so there will be a public hearing for Telcoin before January 11th, 2025. Now this could come as early as November 12th, 2024. And so once a date does get scheduled for that, I would expect a lot of attention to be on Telcoin. Right now, if the bill does get passed for Telcoin to become the first digital asset bank in the United States, I think this will be massive news for Telcoin. I think this will get a ton of attention, right? And we're going to start seeing that type of adoption. Now, if we start seeing adoption taking place with Telcoin, people sending money from country to country, that is where we're going to start seeing a lot of price appreciation. Now, this cryptocurrency could do extremely well, and I think it is one worth paying attention to. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at that bill. Now, as I mentioned, this was passed back in May of 2021 by Governor Pete Ricketts that signed the bill into law, LB 649. Now, this is known as the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act. Now, this has been being worked on here for over 3 years. Telcoin has been around since 2017. And so there's been a lot of development taking place. Now, a lot of news does not come out regarding the banking industry, right? A lot of this is quiet, hush-hush, until it has been finalized, and I definitely think that is what is taking place here, and it is taking some time. This type of stuff does not happen overnight. It has to be tested. It has to make sure that it makes sense, and so a lot of that information is being supplied for the state of Nebraska to make a decision. And so let's go ahead here and take a look at some more information regarding Telcoin. Now, with more than 5.2 billion active subscribers globally, telecoms have the largest captive audience of retail users that are ready and willing to use mobile financial services in their daily lives. And so this is evidenced by the rapid growth of mobile money platforms, which now exceed 1.2 billion users, generating over $2 billion in daily transaction volume. And so there's a huge market out there for this, right? And so what's the difference between Telcoin and some of these other banking apps out there, right? The fees are going to be substantially cheaper, and there is not going to be all these middlemen, right? The transactions are going to be from Telcoin directly to who you're sending the money to. Now, there's not going to be everyone wanting their 1 to 2 to 3% fees. The fees are going to be substantially lower, and the transactions are going to be much quicker since they are going to be utilizing the blockchain. And so, in addition to that, we have DeFi, decentralized finance, that has revolutionized finance by enabling the creation of user-owned, automated, non-custodial applications accessible to anyone with an internet connection. And so, this allows access to banking for the unbanked. And so DeFi transactions execute in code rather than through intermediary institutions, lowering costs and returning fees to users that provide liquidity on other services to the platform. And so let's go ahead here and take a look at the Telcoin wallet. Now, this is focusing on sending money smarter with Telcoin remittances. The Telcoin wallet focuses on a globally connected world to send fiat remittances to more than 20 countries and growing across the globe for a 2% or less in total fees. Now, if we do a comparison here between these other money services to sending money across the world here, we can see that Telcoin is substantially cheaper. It's about half the cost of Western Union or MoneyGram. Now, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the overall market here. Let's take a look at the crypto total market cap, excluding the top 10 dominants. And so this does not include Bitcoin. This does not include Ethereum or Ripple or any of the top 10 cryptocurrencies. And so the dominance here is starting to trend back up, right? We have hit the bottom here. Back in 2021, we bounced off of this line. Now we are back at that level. Now, yes, we did bounce off of it prior, back in June of 2023. We also saw something very similar here in August of 2019. And then we rose up a little bit, right? We rose up here. We can see the same thing here. And then we did come back down and retest this line, which we're doing right now. And then we started to see a big movement here for altcoins. Now, I'm expecting the same type of move to happen right here, right? I mean, I'm not just talking about Telcoin. I'm saying that there's many different altcoins that are going to have significant gains in Q4 and in Q1 of next year. I think this is a massive opportunity, and Telcoin is one of those cryptocurrencies that I think is going to have some massive gains. And so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Also, make sure to check out that link underneath the video to the Telcoin wallet, as this is the simplest way to buy Telcoin. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.